Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Hold a chicken in the air. Stick a deck chair up your nose. Buy a jumbo jet, and then bury all your clothes. Paint your left knee green. Then extract your wisdom teeth. Form a string quartet, and pretend your name is Keith.
I don't understand what any of that meant, but you know, that's a thing, I guess, that that people do. All right, so I gotta retitle this VOD here. So fixing my buddy's city, part 2. Yeah, we'll retitle the YouTube VOD to that as well, because Jack got back to me and I was like, give me the city, give me the city, dude. I need the city.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
And yeah, so that's what's going on. So Jack actually didn't work on the city at all last night. So, all right, let's just fire it up again and let's roll. Hey, Vanguard, 52-month resub. Appreciate it. I think this is it. Yeah, I can't play that. So Yak is not here. So why are you came? Yak, no, is not here. So why are you came? Yeah, hold on. Still talking to Jack. Sweet. It's Vigo. You're like the buzzing of flies to him. All right. So Jack, if you guys don't know, this is part 2 of a series where Jack, my buddy over at NSF, gave me a city that he was working on called Las Rico, I think. And Las Rico has some problems that need to be fixed. That I... So there are some things that we gotta I think it's actually called Los Pollos Hermanos or something. Recap for those of us who missed yesterday. I added
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
What's the best smelling city in Germany?
I don't know.
Cologne.
Okay, so Jack's city has some problems. So one of the first things that I did was, I mean, there's an oil industry over here because there's an oil patch. And Jack told me when we were playing last night that he had infinite resources on. Turns out he didn't have infinite resources on. So one of the things that I did was build a highway for all that heavy industrial traffic that's coming out of this oil area here. And, yeah. And then it promptly stopped. This is City Skylines 1. We don't need to play 2. Yeah, we don't need to do that. So I made the highway, and the other thing that I did was make a reservoir up here to get the hydroelectric dam working. The hydroelectric dam. I made a reservoir over here, and it's nice. But it's clear that Jack City has some other problems. So, no customers. No customers. No customers. Okay. There's a lot of noise complaints here, or citizens are sick because of the noise pollution in the area. Okay. No customers. What makes City Skylines 2 not worth playing? That's a long list. Shame that you don't play 2, because City Skylines 2 is what got me into the stream originally. It got me hooked on the streams. Believe me, I'll give you the content that you deserve with Cities 1. Don't worry. We also got a lot of dead people over here. Were these abandoned because no one picked up the dead people? Nope, no customers. Customers again. Okay. So commercial is overzoned. Big time overzoned. Alright, let's keep fixing things, dudes. Oh, it's high density. Oh, no. No. Jack, no. So, if Jack ever watches this VOD, you've zoned a lot of high density. Overzoned it, and yeah, now there's too many places to shop. You gotta keep an eye on that stuff. So, you found you from Cities 2 as well. I'm sorry the game is not as good as it should be, dudes. No customers. Yeah, there's too much high density. This is basically creating, so Jack flooded the market with high density, which is fine, that's okay, but you really got to be careful. You don't want to overzone, because if you overzone, this happens. This happens in Cities 1 and 2, dudes, for what it's worth. So now, we got to kind of clean up the mess, which is fine. That's what I'm here for. I'm fixing it. So if I start kind of curtailing the amount of high density by demolishing all these buildings and dezoning the area around them, it should get my demand for it back up. What is this one? This has a different issue. Not enough customers. Okay. A little bit late, but I found a place with a space shuttle car if you want to check it out. I've seen it, dude, but that's still cool. I'm sure somebody will keep it in chat, Limbo, for sure. Check that out, guys. Limbo's linking up to a space shuttle minivan. Yeah, you heard that right.
Discovery.
Hey, Solaire, 60-month resub. Dude, you got your worm logo. What do you call a line of men waiting to get haircuts? A barbecue. I can't take my dog to the pound anymore because the ducks keep attacking him. That's what I get for buying a purebred dog. You owe me $1. That was 2 puns for a resub. Well, I've cleaned up most of the abandoned buildings, but I know there's an auto bulldozer, but I don't like doing that, dude. I don't like doing auto bulldozing because I always want to see why a building was abandoned. The vast majority of these is because there's overzoned commercial like crazy.
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
Easton gifted a sub to the Pun Master. Oh, jeez. So I'm gonna have to go through and fix all this stuff. I'm only really gonna understand what the general demand for all this stuff is when we kind of clear this stuff out.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey. Alright. That building doesn't have enough customers, neither does that, so... Yeah, there's too many stores and there's not enough buyers. Now, normally this would spike our residential demand, but citizens are sick. Drinking water is making citizens feel nauseous. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Jack's potable water is downstream of his sewage treatment plant, so we have to not have that like that.
Swifton, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
City has yet to decide whether to tear down the local graveyard. So far, remains to be seen.
Okay. Okay. So we've cleaned up a good bit of the city, but we still do have a lot of problems. There's no pipeline connection here. What the heck's going on? Okay. Oh. Why don't we have electrical? Pause. I gotta pause. Something's wrong here. Currently stuck in a 15-hour shift at work. Thanks for the fun stream as always. Welcome. Interesting. Alright, I can fix this. Call this a temporary fix. That should fix that problem. Gotta get water to the nuclear power plant that's over there. Okay. The utilities in this place are a little bit unconventional, but we can fix that. Yeah, the NPP needs water for sure. The reservoir is filling up though, which is good. There's just way too much high density commercial here. Now what's wrong with these guys? Not enough buyers for products. Interesting. What's going on over here? Oh boy. Hey Nuclear, what's going on? Update, got a new job switching over to IT. Cool, man. It's good to see you. I was wondering where you went, dude, but that's good. Good to see you back. I'm fixing Jack's city here. My buddy Jack Byer that works over at NSF, he sent me his city and his city is reeling. It's not great. We'll fix it. So it looks like Jack overzoned commercial. There is many a structure here abandoned because there's nobody showing up. So our population doesn't correlate the amount of stores. And once again, Jack, have you ever watched the VOD here? So, overzoning commercial, why is that bad? Well, that's bad because, like, if you think about, like, picture a Walmart in your mind, or just a big department store. It could be Target, it could be Walmart, whatever. How many people go into that store? How many people a day? It's a big number, right? It's a big number.
Meteorologists have issued a severe tornado warning for the area. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Jack had disasters turned on. How many people are going to go into that store? That's enough for an entire town. That's one store, right? There's way too much high density residential here. So yeah, we're going to have to fix that. And we're also going to have to see where this damn disaster is going. It would be nice if the tornado goes through the commercial district and takes out more commercial buildings. Is that a tornado?
A tornado has touched down in the area. Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
A tornado that touched down on a mountain. Okay. So these high-density residentials are like that. We don't have, like, look at all the blue. Look at all the blue comparative to all the green. Green is where people live. Yellow is industrial. Yellow feeds blue. Green goes to blue. Green works at yellow. The ratio is all wrong. It's all wrong because there's a huge commercial district over here. We're going to need to zone more residential if we wanted this much commercial. We'd need a big expansion. But you got to be careful about expanding your city like this. And we also don't have a lot of buyers, which means we don't have a really good way to export. We need a good way to export these goods better. So we got to untangle the mess. Our industry is producing too many goods, and they're providing too many goods to too many stores. Our industry is producing more goods, and it's stocking every store. No stores had goods problems, but there's too many stores. So unless we're relying on tourism or something, right? It's kind of correlated to population of town. There's just high density commercial everywhere. Yeah, we're really gonna need to figure this out. Jack said he wanted to utilize a lot of green space and underground roads. That was his eventual plan. But yeah, the first thing that we really need to do is untangle the mess here and reinduce demand. We need to get demand back. Because down here in cities, you have residential, commercial, and industrial demand. It'll tell you what your city needs for the most part. But there are some caveats to it. But to get a good read on what this city needs, I need to kind of trim the hedges here, so to speak. But I always want to see why a building was abandoned. But I'm pretty sure I know the case with most of these buildings. And once we figure that out, we can start working on more traffic problems. Yeah, there's entire blocks of it, like Manhattan style. Complex. Yeah, we gotta... So, industrial guys, the industry is having problems. Oh, no. Ah, crap. Industry is having problems, not because they can't buy the goods, it's because they can't export. That's the problem. They can't export it. There's no quick and easy way for them to get product out of the city and export it anywhere in a reasonable time scale. At least I think that's what's going on here. Which, you know, we probably don't need to cut industrial zoning like this. He named it Hawthorne Land. Nice. We probably don't need to cut it. It'll probably fix itself if we give them a good way to get the hell out of the city. Right? That's the big one. There's no real... Oops, I demolished a good building there. Oh well. There's no real good way to get into the city. See what I'm talking about? There is a highway a little ways there, but that turns into a regular road. And then there is a highway here, but that highway... Oh, jeez. There's no real way to get around in the city. If you're trying to export out of this industrial area, where the heck are you going to go? You have to get to this highway. And some trucks are taking that highway, but that highway is jammed. It's jammed because traffic's trying to get into the city over here. So we're going to need to do some work here. Car question. I was on my way home earlier and I was going up a steep hill and the car started to shudder in the front. It's front wheel drive, I think. Is that normal for underpowered cars? Yes. I got a few of the city's DLCs. What are the must-haves? Industry. Industry is a big one. Jack is out shooting right now. James. So yeah, he's not here. He's at Starbase right now. Looks like 101 dead ending into Vanessa. Oh god, don't remind me of that rock. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's... Yeah, Atlanta, that's kind of the idea. But see, check this out. I got rid of some industrial, right? And look, my industrial demand started coming back, which tells me that people want to build industry here. People want to build industry here. The game wants industry, but there's no way for them to get the product out. They need an export terminal of some type. We could get them a dock or something, or we could just give them a better highway access. Now, what's this? Advanced coal power plant, not enough fuel. This is another thing that I'm trying to I'm saying the coal power plants they don't work because the coal trucks are most likely stuck in traffic somewhere because there's no good way to get here. That's the big thing with this city. There's just no good way to get anywhere. That sounds like Boston. Would building up mass transit help? I don't know how mass transit is going to help industry export product quicker, Sewer Rat, but maybe. Would a semi-warehouse help with them getting products to the port? That could be something. Zach, I like giving them every way. I'm not going to constrict my export, which makes you money. I'm not constricting export to one medium. Like, I want boats, I want trucks, I want trains. So we're going to basically build a freight terminal here. Thing is that there's not, the way this is zoned is, it's going to be a little bit on the difficult side to do that. reason why is that we're just kind of surrounded. But that calls for, usually that, so that calls for, you know, some creative thinking, which is what I'm good at. So we'll figure it out. Now these oil wells are all dried up, so I'm going to get rid of them because they're not pumping, they're just wasting labor. Same with all these, the oil patch dried up. We were exporting oil like crazy, but not anymore. Jack didn't have infinite resources on, which is not a big deal, it's fine. This could be such a good segment. Fixing people's stuff. Yeah, Lazy, I'm good at it. I can fix any city, dude. I mean, you know, if you're a newer viewer on the stream, you wouldn't know, but I love this game. If I wasn't so big into aerospace engineering, we wouldn't be doing the space and rocket review. We'd be doing the, you know, bridge and road review. You know? Get rid of all the people, problem solved. Yeah, no, that'll do something. All right. Have we filled up enough? Oh, we should be filled up enough for the hydroelectric dam to turn on here in a moment. Watch. Come on, baby. You'll know the lights will turn on down here when the dam is ready to go. That dam should be at equilibrium. It should start pumping. Yeah, water, in order to get a dam to work, guys, you got to get the water level up here somewhere. It has to get right to the top of this, right where the angle starts. The dam, and that's when the dam will hit equilibrium and will start pumping. All right, now, just out of curiosity, let me look at traffic. Oh my goodness. Oh, what the what? Where are these people going? What type of industry is down here? Or what type of anything is down? Look at the turbine interchange. That is way too much interchange for right here, dudes. I might build another one around it. What's going on over here? Okay. I gotta redo the railroad lines. I gotta redo the railroad lines. How is cities going? Kevin, incoming message. I had to set up my secondary computer because my primary one may have gotten fried in a thunderstorm. Well, that's cool, Clayton. Cities is going good. How's Kevin doing? What did Kevin say? So is there any scenario where you just start over from scratch? No. No. This city has plenty of potential. You talk about start over from scratch. No. We don't need to do that. The city is profitable right now, believe it or not. You're making plenty of cash, but that's the thing. You're making plenty of cash despite this. You need to use that cash right there to make systems so you can make more cash. Did I see your last? Asterisk Knucklehead. Where's the airport? I don't think Jack has one. I did not see your last, dude. Or question, could you give some advice on staying healthy and productive when working 60 hours a week for extended periods? Why, you having problems? Staying productive? Get a good night's sleep. Get a good night's sleep. And do devote some time to yourself. Here, Yak, I fixed your city by nuking it and starting over. Yeah, username, that's a good one. Strong separation of home and work, dude. That's a big one with me. I don't really have many things stream related in my house. If you went into my house, you would not know that I'm a Twitch streamer. You wouldn't know that I'm a spaceflight nutcase or anything like that. The only thing that would kind of maybe give away what I do is a bunch of parts manuals for cars and a couple of books about Gene Kranz and Chris Kraft. Sorry, I have some copies of Flight on my nightstand. A copy of Flight and Failure is not an option. So there's only a couple of things here and there, dude. My home is time away, dude. Like when you do something you love, like I don't really play video games. I don't play games off a stream anymore. That Boston Bruins jersey gives it away. Yeah. Is this city on the workshop? It's not. Booger Spoon, no. Yeah, actually, yeah, username is right. Separate home and work, dude. When I'm off stream, I'm usually doing something completely different. Like, I, for instance, watch YouTube videos. I don't watch YouTube videos about space. I know all the YouTube videos about space. Every single video that somebody posts, you know. And don't get me wrong, I do watch like Tim's videos and Smarter Every Day from time to time. I watch Zach from time to time. But that's not my day-to-day thing, dude. I go and I watch car videos. I watch videos about cars. I know that. You know that because that's how I got good at wrenching on cars. Not just entirely from YouTube. You got to do it too. That's the other part. I do something completely different. I flip the switch, and that's part of what I do to keep this fresh. I just do something else. What I like to tell people is that spaceflight is my passion and my job, but cars are my hobby. So do something completely different when you're off work. Don't do anything that has to do with your job. Yeah. Work-life balance is a thing, dude. Think about it like this. You know, everybody's like, I want a work-life balance. All right, if you work more, you need more of a balance, right? That's a really important thing. So go do something else. All my time off work is spent sleeping and then driving back to work. I mean, to be honest, if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't ever burn out on work. I don't burn out on work. I would just keep doing it because it's cool. Every day I would walk in where you work and I'd be like, man, it's pretty good. So if I work as a greenkeeper, my fiance has to mow the lawn. I like this. Yes, Blitz, that's what I'm saying. Hey, you know, you delegate the work. You know, it's you and your wife's house, all right? So, you know. Work hard and play hard. That's basically how I operate Aqualex. My dad has a motto. I mean, not hat. Still says it. Sold it to me like the other day. My dad's motto, and keep in mind, my dad was a baseball coach, so it came from this. If you practice lazy, you're going to play lazy. But if you practice hard, you're going to play hard. Invest your time into hobbies. Like, I mean, you guys, I kind of made my hobby my work with the car. But this isn't just a car streaming channel, right? We do a bunch of other things. The other things, right, are important. But I still show you guys. But when I'm working on the car, I don't put any more or less effort than I would playing Kerbal or something, right? You guys have seen me work on it. I sit there and give it the same amount of due diligence and thought, even though it's my hobby, right? Practice lazy, play lazy. Practice hard, play hard. That's, yeah. I mean, make sure you're balanced. I don't really have that big of a work-life balance. Like, it's definitely in favor of working, for sure. But when I'm, like on the weekends, for instance, when I'm off work, I'm off work. I don't come up here, except if it's in the garage to work on a car. I don't come in this room. I don't do nothing. Damn, check on the dam. All right, stop yelling at me. Hey, there we go. It just turned on. Yes. My dad always told me to work smart, not hard. Yeah, that's a good one too. EJ is definitely not the representation of sanity. So Rip, I have this thing, and I'm not sure if it's just, if I've convinced myself of this, or if, like, I was dropped on the head as a child. That's probably what it was. I like working. I like working. I do. And it's not just streaming. I know that would be easy for me to say, like, you know, with this job, obviously, that's an easy thing to say. Dude, even when I worked delivering pizzas or worked on a loading dock, worked as a chef, like, or a sous chef, like a prep chef, I like working, and I like doing a good job, and I get satisfaction out of doing a good job and working hard. Not necessarily because I like working for the man or anything, but I like testing myself. I enjoy work. Screw me. And when I was a lot younger, I didn't know how to really reconcile that because everybody I know hated working. And it was to the point where I was like, everybody hates this, but I don't mind it, but everybody hates it. Oh crap. Maybe I'm the, no, I should hate this too. Right? I like working. I like doing a good job. I like putting effort in. I like testing myself. It's just how I roll. It's not normal. That is not normal. I fully acknowledge that. But yeah, I like working. I enjoy it. It's screw me, right? Like, is the dam connected to the grid? It is not, but it will be now. Like, I don't know what that's about, but I definitely enjoy it. I'm not a workaholic. I don't need to bury myself in my work, Rem. I just enjoy working. I don't know, dude. What to tell you? Oh my goodness. What the hell is this? hell is even that? But yeah, that's just work on the balance part, dude. You go home, just do something else or get your mind off things. Totally detach. That usually helps. What the heck is even this? What is this? What, Jack? I mean, he was playing top down the whole time, to be fair, but... I don't... Graham, you do because I do because autism does not allow me to sit idly. It feels like torture. My mind is racing with thousands of things, and if I don't do one of them, I'll go insane, which leads to getting myself into numerous systems. That's fine, but you don't need to go around telling people that. You just say you like working. Alright, we gotta keep trimming the hedges here. Did I trauma dump? I mean, a little bit, dude. You don't need to tell people that, dude. Just say you like working. You like working because you like keeping your mind occupied. It's not rocket science. They don't need to know about the tism, dude. You know, not that that's a bad thing, but... just putting it out there, my dude. See, then you're not trauma dumping. You're saying you're a good worker. See? Differences. That's the point I'm trying to get. You know, if you think I'm trying to put a negative connotation on autism or something, no, that's not how that's not how autism works at all. Like, that's not that at all. Nothing mental. That's all fine. I mean, in terms of physical health and energy. Oh, caffeine, but you got to be careful with caffeine. Okay, so here's a trick. There's another trick that I do. I wake up early in the morning. I usually wake up around 7, 8 a.m., right? I mean, I just fixed my stupid sleep schedule because Vegas screwed that all up. I usually wake up around 7, 8 a.m. I do not drink a cup of coffee right away. Don't do that. Glass of water. Glass of water and some vitamins. Drink coffee right when you get to work. Believe me, I know there's a lot provided. Yeah. Early, yeah, I know. 0800 is not early. So it's early for me, considering my shift goes till 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning. That's early for me, okay. Yeah, Panta, that works too. Remember you talking about this the other day. I spent 20 years in fast food before I realized my work ethic wasn't about the type of work I was doing, but because I like to be proud of my work. There you go, Snarfer. There's nothing wrong with working in fast food. You can make a pretty damn good career out of that if you're not... you can make a pretty damn good, well-paying career out of that if you're actually not stupid. Like, show up for work, do what you're told, and eventually you'll get a shift manager position or something. And then if you get to a managerial position, I mean, managing a restaurant, even if it's a fast food restaurant, is still a lot of work. But McDonald's managers make pretty good money. I'm just saying. Like, it varies depending on where you are, but... and you go to a managerial position, then you could get into franchise from there. And then in 5 to 10 years, you know, like, the world is never going to need less food, right? Then you franchise a frigging McDonald's. Be a millionaire in 10 years. People always got to eat, right? Like, if you choose the right path, you can make a lot of money. But yeah, it's, you know, putting in effort where it matters makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I like doing work, dudes. I don't know. But yeah, don't drink coffee right away. Drink coffee right when your shift starts. Trust me on this one. I do this. You see me drink coffee on stream all the time. There's a reason for that. I don't drink it before the stream. I drink it right when the stream starts. Seriously, I forget where I picked this up from, but it's some kind of study, dude. Like, your body doesn't react to caffeine well in the morning, and it takes a second to get going. So you don't drink coffee right away. Like, drink coffee when you start work. I can't explain the medical facts behind it, but that absolutely works. That's absolutely a thing. It absolutely works. 100%. That power line is doing nothing, so I'm getting rid of it. Caffeine works good. I mean, S, you already said you're doing creatine. Protein, 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 freaking protein. I can't say that enough. I have 2 protein bars a day, man. I go through the stuff like crazy. Protein is good for dudes, dude. That's what you need. Your body craves it. It craves electrolytes. Get a good night's sleep. Don't drink caffeine or soda or anything sugary before bed. Drink coffee right when you go to work. And honestly, I know that like kids nowadays like don't like breakfast, dude. Pack it in the beginning of the day, dude. Try to have a big meal right before you get in there. Big meal and a cup of coffee, you're good for the whole day. You don't need to do lunch. You don't need to. Just go right to dinner. Now, you don't want to eat right before you go to sleep. That is a real good way to get real fat real quick. Simultaneously, if anybody wants to gain weight, pig out right before you go to bed. That's a good way to do that. Caffeine blocks your tired chemicals. So yeah, waking up in the morning and coffee doesn't help that. Bingo. Exactly. Yep. Power thirst. Menergy. Yeah. So S, do stuff like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Aqualex, what do you say? Good, correct food, regular meals, tight schedule, proper light exposure. Yeah, go outside. Seriously, go outside. Your body needs vitamin D like a solar panel needs light. If you don't do that and you develop a vitamin D deficiency, it screws up a bunch of other things. Which is why I take vitamins, because I'm inside all day. Caffeine within 5 to 7 hours of sleep. Yep, there you go, dude. Touch grass or eat it. Oh, Sawyer, I thought you were going to say something else after that. But yeah, that's it, dude. Joe went from fry cook to IT admin. There you go, Snarfer. There you go, brother. Look, man, I know in this day and age, everybody, you got to watch out for the worker. You don't want to be exploited by an employer, etc., etc. That doesn't mean you shouldn't take pride in your work. Okay? That's something we've lost. I think only do what you're getting paid for. Well, yeah, of course, you don't want to totally get taken advantage of, but there's nothing wrong with putting pride, like doing a good job. You funny. Yeah, I thought you were going to say something else, man. Damn. All right. So, anyway, yes, hopefully that helps, dude. Just small stuff like that makes a big difference. If you can, I know your job's kind of nuts. If you can work out, I don't know if there's a gym where you work. Maybe. If there isn't, you do something. Go for a walk. Go walk around your apartment complex or something, or walk around the block. No, lazy. I don't put a negative connotation on autism, but I think that society does. You tell somebody you have autism and they look at you differently. That's not because you're different. Your brain just works a little bit different. Everyone's brain works a little bit different, right? I find personally, like, I don't think this, but I find personally, like, if you go around telling people that, they're going to look at you, they're going to treat you differently. And I've talked to plenty of people that have autism and ADHD. I talked to a very wide variety of people here, not on stream, like even in DMs and stuff. And people don't want, I find that people that are like, people with autism just want to be treated like everybody else. That's why I said, just say you're a good worker. You know what I mean? Yeah, the industry demand went back up, which means there's still a good demand for industry, but we have goods piling up, which means we need logistics services for goods here. The government doesn't like people that touch grass, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. Yeah, lazy, that's what I meant by that, dude. I'd never putting a negative connotation on people that think differently is a little stupid. That's not how I roll. Being a pseudo educator, I can teach anybody anything. You just got to find a way to relate to the material. I don't give a frick if you have, like, not you, but I don't care if somebody has autism. I don't care if somebody has ADHD or ADD, whatever. I don't care. That can go over there. That doesn't mean you can't learn. You know what I mean? Sorry, it's just, that's kind of personal mantra. That personal mantra is based off of what people told me. You know, you go back to 2013, 2014 EJ, I would have said something completely different than this. But yeah, just for what it's worth. If you needed clarification on that one. Sorry, I don't want anybody to come in here and be like, oh, this guy doesn't like people with autism. No. Dude, how do you think we went to the freaking moon? Do you think Werner von Braun was not neurodivergent? Are you out of your mind? Think about that one for a second. Do you think Teller or Oppenheimer weren't autistic as hell? How do you come up with something like the atomic bomb? Do you think sane people come up with that stuff? Hell to the frigging no, dude. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there, all right? Like, come on, man. Sane people don't come up with that stuff. What's up, kid? See me? How you doing? Elon too. There you go. That's what I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Like, just putting it out there, bro. Yeah, Oppenheimer is definitely neurodivergent. That's what I'm saying to Zonku, right? Like, he went around quoting, like, ancient Hindu scripture, and people were like, well, that guy's... Have you ever talked to that Oppenheimer guy? You know, he's one egg short of a dozen there. Am I right or am I right? Hey, what time is the Yankees game coming on? You know, like, definitely, dude. Don't forget that stuff, man. Einstein, they're all the same, Panta. I mean, not a lot of people know that Einstein worked in a patent office. He worked in a patent office because he didn't do well in school. Weird, right? I mean, that's not the whole story, to be fair, but... Okay, let's get back to fixing this thing, dude. I've been kind of picking up the pieces. So we know that the industrial demand is there. We have great industry demand. But we need a way for the industry to get these goods the heck out of Dodge. So I think what we need to do is work on the railroads. I swear if somebody says all the live long day, I'm going to punch you in the face. In Minecraft. Let's take a look. Oh, sorry. Don't you dare, man. Don't you dare. How about updating the stream category in Minecraft? I'm in cities, dude. Hey, Maddie, what's going on? Chirpa. All right. It might be good to start with making some type of warehouse over here. I'm not sure what Jack wants to do with this area. I think he wanted to make some kind of like cool beachfront thing. So maybe over here would be a good idea. Why is there oil over here? Is there oil over here? There's crude oil storage over here, but there's no crude oil at all. So Spartan,
Discovery,
67-month
going
resub.
throttle.
More Twitch and brokenness. That one's still pumping. What is this thing? Topo Chico. Oh yeah, the petroleum refinery. I watched an old Minecraft VOD speedrun build. The speedrun builds of Bob Burgers was crazy. Holy crap, methane. I forgot all about that, dude. Yeah, we needed a building for the city. Oh man, that was my pandemic hobby, dude. That Minecraft build. It was pretty good, man. That was a pretty fun time. I just don't have the time to commit to a Minecraft save, dude. Alright, let's check death care here. There's not a lot of cookies and crematoriums. That should help. We still have people that are sick here. I think they're sick from the noise pollution. Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay. So Jack undoubtedly wants to expand the city up here, and over there as... Oh, the tracks. Ooh. There's a nice rail line over here. And perhaps we could thread the needle with that rail line through here, over here, and then into the city. Not seeing any. No, that's a different game. So wait, I have to behave. If I don't, I'll have to wear a cup in a couple weeks after getting big and strong. Yeah, that's right. Do you ever wish there's more time in the day so you can do more things? Only every day. Smoked. Yeah. Look, man. I've been through rough times before streaming, you know. Struggled, worked dead-end jobs, all kinds of stuff, dude. Savior, to this day, and this is not bullcrap, I swear. To this day, I Savior every day that I do this job. Every single day. There's not a day that goes by where I don't, some days I have such good days, dude, where I'm like in bed and I'm like, man, I really wish this day didn't end. Because this is a good day. This is a good day, you know? There's a lot of 6-lane roads, Ryan, for sure. Yeah, I have those days a lot. I savor every day that I come up here and do what I do. Now, don't get me wrong, I have bad days streaming, just like everybody else. I mean, you guys have seen it. I've been very forthcoming, but when old EJ's having a bad day, believe me, you know. Bad days are because of you, long ball. No, never do that. But yeah, yeah, smoked. That happens all the time, dude. I have such good days. I'm like, damn, dude, I wish I could have more of this day because I'm like on a roll. Like days where we have huge breakthroughs in Kerbal or a breakthrough in cities or even workers. I'm like, or even the car, right? Like, yeah, I'm like, man, I wish I could just keep going, but I gotta get up to stream in the morning.
Discovery, go at throttle.
Jab! 881188, welcome to Mission Control, your go at throttle up. Thanks, dude. Just wish I had more time. Yeah, all the time, dude. I'm getting stung to death at MSC. Like I said, I have bad days just like everyone else, man. I have bad days just like everybody else, dude. Okay? Every Wednesday, ducks. Okay. MSC gives balance. Yeah, it keeps me humble. All right. This whole guys, this whole strip of whatever needs to not exist. We're gonna need to redo this. Let me do some route analyzation here and figure this out. Okay, there are some people using that. What about here? Where are most of these people coming from? They're coming from over there. Okay. What about over here? Where are the people that are going in over here going? Yeah. That road is the only way to get over to this district, that big road. And also, there's an interchange actually like right next to the split. There's a police station. I'm gonna move that police station over here. Is there a train track underneath? Oh my. Okay. There's trains. There's a train track that goes. Oh, Jack. Why? All right, now let's do a little bit more route analyzation. That on-ramp's obviously crammed. Where are these people going? They're trying to get over here. Now, where are they going to over here? What are these destinations? What are these buildings? Houses. Okay. So there's a lot of residential traffic, which is blue, private vehicles that are going back and forth.
Discovery.
Between here, over this district over here where everybody's dead, and this district over here where everybody's not dead, but it's next to a district where everybody's dead. Okay. Cool. It's been 83 years since I've seen this game. What's up, Sneaky? All right, I need to get out of underground view, and we need to zoom out as much as we possibly can. So I had a highway extension that went this way. Big thing is people are trying to go from here to here, and that's the best way to do it, which is not ideal. That's not really what we want. The dam is working, which is great. We're generating we have some hydroelectric power to offset power generation, which is good. What we really need is a highway that goes all the way over to here. That's what's needed in this design. Now, that doesn't necessarily solve the problem of getting people from here to there. Basic route analyzation is showing that people want to go from this district up here through that turbine over here to this district. Okay? That's what that's saying. So a highway that goes all the way over here is not going to fix that problem exactly. A subway could definitely help offset that, Trenton. I like to start with roads. If you guys want to know, like, if you know me, I'm Mr. American over here. Like, I love cars. Cars are amazing. Decentralized transport is genius. It's really smart. We humans have been doing decentralized transportation for easily over 150 years, right? Even before the Industrial Revolution, horse and buggy, decentralized transportation, right? Walking is decentralized transportation. Bikes are decentralized transportation. Cars are decentralized transportation. I like all those. I like championing every single type of transportation system, though. That doesn't mean I'm against trains. I freaking love trains. Trains are amazing. I find that every city is a little bit different, and every city needs, depending on how it's set up, every city needs something a little bit different. Some cities might need more centralized transportation than decentralized. Personally, when I build cities, I like to try to find the happy medium. Take a train, use a train where it makes sense. What are trains good for? Well, trains are good for moving massive amounts of people, short to medium distances, and they're good at moving goods, massive amounts of goods over long distances, right? So with freight, it's good for long range. With passenger, not so much, right? Cars are good for short distances. They're really good for short distances. Trucks are good for short to medium distances. But you could do long range trucking. It's definitely a thing. So I always give the, necessary resources to do something like that. Right? Walking is good for obviously super short distances, but and subway and mass transit is good for short distances. So is bikes, etc., etc. I don't consider like one of these transportation systems necessarily better than another. They're all tools in your tool belt as a civil engineer to use when applicable, right? Some cities might need more trains. Some cities might need more cars. Wherever that happy medium is depends on the city and depends on the design. Not every city is going to need the same amount of trains as they do cars, or the same amount of bike paths as they do anything else. It really comes down to what your city needs and where it's going. Think of cities. Cities are like plants, all right? Every plant grows a little bit differently. Every plant is going to need you to care for it slightly differently. Like a tomato plant ain't a pepper plant. You know what I mean? They both bear fruit and vegetables, right? But they bear fruit in different ways. What about a pumpkin? Like a pumpkin grows on the ground. You don't really need to do anything. It's a freaking gourd, right? But it's still a plant. Everything grows a little bit different. Every city grows a little bit different for different reasons. And because of that, taking into account terrain and everything else on top of that, because of this, every city is going to need a different balance of decentralized to centralized transportation. Does that make sense? This is Jack Byers' city. I'm fixing it, Sneaky. It's got a little bit of problems. One of the problems is there's really no good way to get from this district over here to West Head over here. There's no good way to get there. So traffic is going up a 6-lane boulevard for about a mile. That 6-lane boulevard transfers into a highway, a 6-lane highway, and that highway goes to a turbine interchange here that's way over capacity. And it's also dealing with import-export traffic on top of that, and it's basically flooding this district right into a 3-way intersection and then an elbow. We got to fix this. All right, so the first thing that I really want is a highway extension. We're going to need to take this highway, and I need to extend it all the way over here somehow. Yeah, Aqualux, that's why I just consider every transportation system just another tool in your tool belt. You know what I mean? Just another tool in your tool belt. You use what makes sense where, but, whatever. What do I know? Just a Twitch streamer. You ever really use taxis in this game? No, but you could. I really don't, but you absolutely can. Oh, excuse me. You absolutely can.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Dread. Haha, streamer go boom. Well, of course not, but yeah. We're not really building at many new cities nowadays, Arclix. You know, but yeah, I get it. Can you do a 15-minute city design in Cities 1 without mods? 15-minute city? Maybe. Okay. Taxi-only city would be an interesting challenge. Yeah, for sure. City is posing a lot of challenges. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, that big industrial sector in that area is kind of... Yeah, I could do a... Sure, we could do it. The problem with a 15-minute city is that you're really limited in capacity. That's why stuff like the line exists. Maybe a raised highway. Okay. Let's take a look over here. What's... Hey. There's not enough ore. The ore supply up here is exhausted. If I'm looking at that right. Yeah, it's totally gone. Only a matter of time for the rest of that is out. Train tracks so goddamn much. You see this hill right here? That would kill someone. It'd kill a bunch of people driving a train right there. Trains don't like going up and down hills. This is not, that's not train track, that's a roller coaster. That's stupid, and I'm going to get rid of it. I don't care what Jack says, we're getting rid of it. I'm killing it with fire because I hate it. Now, with all that being said, we're gonna have to... I saw it, Surat. It's terrible. Is that train track underground? Do trains even use this? Oh my goodness. Brother. Brother, we gotta build some cool stuff for Jack. Okay. There's no ore over here, right? Yeah, it's gone. So, I'm going to make a new highway, guys. I'm going to make this highway go up here, and it's going to hug the cliff, the mountainside right here. Because Jack said he wanted this kind of West Coast influence. So, yeah, we'll run it up to the mountains. The reason why a lot of highways in like Southern California, for instance, run like next to hillsides and stuff is because they ran out of room and had to put the highways somewhere. Yeah, that also happened to the 5 in Seattle. If anybody here's from the Pacific Northwest, you ever drive northbound on the 5 coming from Tacoma? And it's kind of like built into the side of a hill and you can see the port and it's all nice. Yeah, they built it there because they didn't have any other room. They didn't have no other place to put it. And these are eventually going to run out of ore, which is good. So right here, we're going to have to go up with the terrain. Cheaper, it's not that much. Alright, so let's lay down that first segment of highway. something with the network tools. No, I don't want it locked in at that height. I really don't want it doing that. I want it to follow the... There, that should do that. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. I'm gonna leave a bridge. I'm gonna make a bridge here for the right of way for the tracks, but I don't know if those train tracks are gonna stay there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna stay there. Okay. Let's just do that for now. And worst case scenario, we have a nice right of way. Train tracks. So let's keep the straight tool on here. Get rid of road guidelines. So in the move it tool here, I'm going to hit Control H and we're going to height snap. Barely have the clearance. It's enough that the catenaries on the train don't collide, so got that going for us, which is nice. So go here. That's just enough. The catenaries are just going underneath. That works in real life. That's fine. You'll have parallel mode with that Swiss Army knife icon. That's right, I do. It's just old building habits. Not enough natural resources. Dump it. Get rid of that road. That road's useless. There pretty much is no ore left over here. $10,040, $1120, $1680, $28. Okay. I don't know if Jack wants to leave this here. I think he said something about wanting to put on unlimited resources or something. So if he wants to do that, I will build a portal here and we'll tunnel this. I usually don't like making tunnels. I hate them. Tunnels are expensive. You only really make them if you absolutely have to. If it was me, I would demolish this entire ore area and put it somewhere else. And then have the highway hug against the cliffside here. But since we're not doing that, we're going to put an entrance portal for a tunnel. That's what the entrance to a tunnel is called in civil engineering. It's called a portal. I know. It's kind of cool. Oh yeah, where's that dang parallel? Dang old parallel thingamajigger. Okay, that tool's not intuitive. I don't know how to use it, so I'm not going to. I'm sure it's a good tool to use, but I'm short on time because we got a Falcon 9 launch, baby. Turbo. It'd be better to make the inside radius first. Making the 210, something like that. Or, yes. Now that's nice. Gonna need some work lights. Right. That's right, Butter. We are, aren't we? Alright, so now we gotta get the height that's on the other side. You believe it's this height right here. Damn. Damn. Alright, so this is going to be where our other portal is. Now, this is what happens when you use the other guy's tunnel. You're driving along, the kid's in the backseat. I gotta go to the bathroom, Daddy. Not now, damn it! Truck tire. I can't stop! There's a cliff. Oh my God, I'm burning. I can't feel my legs. Comes the meat wagon. Woo, woo. Medic comes out and goes, oh my God. What? Don't mind me. Guy's over in the corner puking his guts out. Ugh. All because you wanted to save a couple extra pennies. So I'm just gonna make the tunnel portals here, right? That's what you do if it was a real tunnel. And we connect them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't like the tunnel going up and down and left and right. It's not what a tunnel bore looks like. It's straight. It goes straight through the mountain. It doesn't go. There's no up and down. That's very rare. It can happen, but it's... So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to smooth around the portal, make it look nice. Okay, so we have our portal entrance and exits on either side. So now... Huh. See, look. See how it did it? Man, hell no. So I'm selecting the nodes of the tunnel. Keep in mind, those are the same distances, and I'm using the move it tool, and I'm hitting Control H and putting them over here. It didn't like it. Come on. There we go. All right, those two nodes are the right heights that I need. So I'm using Control H with Move It, which is basically a height matching tool, because I don't want my tunnel to be wiggly through this mountain. That's really annoying. That's what a bore looks like. That's what a tunnel do. Okay? See? That's what tunnel do. See that, fellas? That's a tunnel. So just control H with the move it tool. You got to select one node, select the node that you want to change, then select the node that you want to match to height. Or, well, just select all the nodes that you need, hit control H, and set the one that you want the height to be. I misclicked. So hit control H, set that. Now she's good. It looks like one bore is a little bit, I don't like the second bore. It's not right. You're gonna buy a Ford as your first car, but let me be clear, Chevy is better. Keep telling yourself that, man. Whatever makes you sleep at night. There we go. That is to my satisfaction. Came in a smidge crooked, but that's okay. Well, that's a little peculiar. So that first stretch is pretty good. I'm just gonna quick save it. Water is a little low there. Over there, yeah, it's because all the pumps, dude. There is a source up there, Aqualux. See it? Or not Aqualux. Was it? Mutter. Yeah, Aqualux was talking. I was reading what I was saying. I was just playing City Skylines and my game crashed to an arithmetic expression error. Sounds like mods. Mods caused that. What's our water levels at? Yeah, okay. We actually don't need these. Those were a stopgap thing that I did to fix the immediate problem. Our water demand did go down, but that river's actually going to flow and not look like poop. I'm just thinking, you know, this highway needs to go this way. Where the heck are we going to connect this in? We're going to need to build an exit ramp somewhere. there's an opening there and there's an opening there. That will work. Why does Jack have increased funding for trains when he has no passenger rail service? Unless that funds freight too, which makes sense, yeah. Everybody's dead. I need to start putting some industry back in to replace all the jobs that dried up from the dried up oil wells. That should help. Still no way for these people to get the frick out of here. You give house to state for glorious highway interchange. You'll know like face wall. No, no, wrong game, wrong game, wrong game. 20% unemployment. Oh dear. Hopefully the industry that moves in over here is gonna help a little bit. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Everybody, yeah, this is a death wave. So everybody died all at once. This happens if you move too many people in. If you have rapid influx, you move too many people in too fast. Everybody moves in at the same time. Everybody grows old at the same time. Everybody dies at the same time. If we look at Jack's city stats here, let's look at the birth rate correlative to death rate correlative to influx. Actually, let's just look at influx first. Yeah, see, these big zoning spikes. And if we look at the death rate, so 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that happens. Okay. Birth rate is good, though. Alright, that's fine. The thing that we're going to have to do is just build more crematoriums for now to get more vehicles on the road, and then increase the healthcare and death care costs per budget. So if you weren't fixing a friend city, which you prefer, 1 or 2? One. Who has a lot of room to grow? If they decide to water it. There's just too much commercial around here. See, the thing about this is that not a lot of these problems get solved overnight. Like, for the city, it's tough. You can't fix everything all at once. You just kind of have to take it slow. CS2 have any failure conditions? Not that I know of. Was the poo smile gone? Yeah, it seems to have dried up. Which means we can get rid of these. Thankfully. For Real City, that highway you did was a 10+ year operation. That bore is a hell of a project, no doubt. This is more my style, Arab, over here. Raised elevation for good drainage. Minimal amounts of turns. That's more how I engineer. I did that because I did that. This wouldn't be what I would do. If it was me, I would just demolish all this and I'd build a cut into the hillside. But I don't know if Jack wants to keep his ore industry here or not. So I built that instead. But yeah, tunnels are just freaking expensive, dude. They screw your budget. I mean, in real life and in game. That's absolutely a thing. How did the dam and water supply turn out? Actually good. That dam's, yeah, providing pretty healthy amounts of power. I did end up moving the drinking water over here away from the pollution. Isn't 32 megawatts low? It's okay. It's not bad. I just gave us more capacity by dredging out the reservoir. Maybe a bridge there? Man, you know, I really like playing Cities again. I didn't really think of playing Cities 1 until somebody floated the other day. Like, I was like, I want to play another Cities game that, you know, I would love to go back to playing Cities, but Cities 2 is meh. And somebody's like, why don't you just play Cities 1? And I'm like, oh. You know, that's a good idea. Okay. Any updates on 2? Nope. The 2's boned us back to back. Telling me, man. This looks so much better than the PS5. That's really doesn't leave me a lot of room for an on-ramp. But we can engineer with less. The slope tool is way better than workers, dude. Way better. The terrain tools are light years ahead of workers and resources, even in Cities 1. Oh, we do have some water problems. Let me go into my budget, up the water. Okay. Really should build another pump, but this is fine. Do you ever worry that bad sequels could hurt the stream? Not worry, do. Well, if I told you, if I told you guys what I was making in the lead up to Kerbal 2 and what I'm making now, you would have an aneurysm. Not even kidding. That bad? How about, you like taking a pay cut? How about half of your pay? Yeah, half. It's not an exaggeration. It's actually probably worse. But streaming on YouTube, doing work for NSF, and Twitch Partner Plus kind of offsets it. It's okay. I have more than half of the sub count that I had going into KSP2. That's a better way to put that. I didn't take half of a pay cut. It was more like 40%. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to tell you without telling you. I don't like talking about cash on stream. Like what I make. That's yeah, Partner Plus, the 70-30 split with Twitch Partner Plus basically saved the stream. Without that, I would have had to quit. I would have had to find another job. Yeah. Late 2023 into 2024 was not good for you, boy. That was not fun. It's kind of getting better now, but I'm still way down. Like, I don't really want to say this, like, there's really no nice way to say this, but all KSP2 had to do was quite actually not suck. And I'd probably be making way more money right now. Like, all it had to do was just not suck. It could have just been Kerbal 1 with better graphics. That would have been fine. It's the way she goes, man. Does the United States tax you more for having a second job? No. Australia taxes you more for having a second job? What? No. Yeah. All it needed to do was just not suck. And it sucked. It was terrible. Like, objectively. And I'm sorry, like, I don't mean to be harsh, but you know, it's quite actually my salary on the line, so that, I don't know, maybe I'm a jerk. I know that game development is difficult. I understand, but you get taxed on total income regardless of the sources. Oh, it depends. It depends in the United States. If you're a contractor, yeah. I mean, yeah, it depends on how you are employed. I guess if that makes any sense. Did you hear about when the B-17 flay piggyback? I don't know what that means, Chris. Does watching and commenting on YouTube help? Yeah, watching does, Dan. Commenting probably does something, dude. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, streaming on YouTube, Partner Plus, and working for NSF made it so I basically, I'm not back to where I was, guys, but like here, let me use nondescript units to explain this. So like, let's say the plot looks like this. This is like 2013.
Discovery, go
and
throttle
this
up.
is 2025. Okay. Actually, let's just do 2015. It'll be easier. And then this is 2020 and 2025. And let's just say, like, I don't know. I'm gonna just have money just be non-dimensional. So, like, growth looks like this. When I started, I was making what I made at Best Buy, right? And growth was like this, right? For the stream, it was like this, right? And then the pandemic hit and it went up here somewhere, right? And then, right, let's say that 2023 is right here. So the pandemic ended, right? The pandemic ended, so it went down like this, right? And then kind of went here. And then Kerbal 2 came out and it went up here. And then I stopped playing it in June of 2023, so it kind of goes down like this. And then I started playing Starfield. And then Cities 2 came out and it went up like this. Right? And then Cities 2 sucked, so it basically went like that. And we're right here and it's going up again. That's basically where I'm at. So obviously you can't take into account like the chunk of income from the pandemic, right? But if you use a reasonable extrapolation, right? I was making up here somewhere, right? And now I'm like down here somewhere. But because of Partner Plus, the income kind of scales. So even though I'm down here, the income in real dollars is probably somewhere like right here. Maybe. Probably a little less. Maybe like right there. Does that make sense? So, yeah. That's what I mean. All I needed was Kerbal to not suck. I just needed it to not suck. It could have just been Kerbal 1 with better graphics. And then all I needed Cities to be is just Cities 1 with better graphics. Yeah, if you looked at my analytics, like of income over the years, that's basically what it looks like. Actually, that's more sub count than anything. That's not income. Like I said, income is kind of a little different. Yeah, that's pretty much how it looks. I made the most amount of money. I made tons of money during the pandemic. It was enough to put a down payment on a house. Like we made tons of money. And because everybody was home. That was when I had peak subscribers. So you need another pandemic? No. Better performance allowing larger cities and also to not suck. That's quite literally it. All I needed for it was to not suck. Yep. So that's KSP flopping right there, and that's Cities flopping right there. All I needed for it was to not suck. Both of those games. And I'd be totally fine. Both of them flopped. So, like, basically through 2024, I was playing Workers, and I'm like, I don't really know what to do. Sounds like it would have been better if you just stuck with the OG games. Yep. That's City Skylines 2, not Counter-Strike 2. That's KSP 2. That's basically when it flopped. I could only play KSP 2 for about 6 months before I had to stop. It was so difficult and so hard to play.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Here's to getting you back to 2021-22 ranges.
You guys, don't get me wrong, you guys are fine. Yeah, all I needed was those games to not suck. That's all I needed. Just even being marginally good. Marginally good.
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
The sequels flopped so hard that they made the originals not fun. That's right. Fluffy gifted 5. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Like I said, it's rebounding. We're going up. We're trending. The stream's trending upward. It's taking my vacation, kills it. Going to Starship kills the sub count.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Sorry, I got you wrong. Here's more.
Do you think Cities 2 still has a chance of rebounding? Maybe. Like, Kerbal 2 flopped so hard, and Kerbal became so damn difficult to play, I had to stop. I couldn't do it. It was so difficult to make any content for. It was so tough. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I tried doing the daily challenges. The developers the community leaders were issuing daily challenges without playing the game themselves. They were just made one up, right? And it wasn't based off of testing. They made up challenges that you had to do that nobody had even beta tested and nobody had tried. So you'd go to try to do the challenge and it would actually be impossible. Like, yeah. It's good seeing you play Cities again. Yeah, I enjoy it. Because this game actually, works. But yeah, guys, there was a time in like late 2023, early 2024 where I was just like, I don't know what to do here. Like, both my main games flopped. Like, I was like, then Partner Plus kicked in, right? And then they allowed multi-streaming and then NSF on top of that. And, well, my Twitch revenue is way down, right? Partner Plus, YouTube, and NSF has basically offset it. So I don't make as much as I made even going into the pandemic. Not even close. But I almost make as much. But yeah, it took a nasty pay hit, dude. Like, dude. All Kerbal 2 needed to do, and Cities 2, is not suck. That's all they needed to do. If both of those games are good, right, we have a lift in the shop. If both of those games are good, I have a second story put on my damn house, right? If both those games are good, right, we could do a full frame-off restoration of the Coronet. Like, dude, it hurt, man. It sucked. And I don't even know what to do. Like, what do you do? You can always rely on a beaver session. Yeah. Well, of course. Diversify. That's what I had to do. I have my hands in all different types of things nowadays. Because, yeah, I'm never making that mistake again. I almost lost my business because of it. It was close. Real close. If Partner Plus didn't kick in 2024, I'd be gone. I would be gone. I would have no choice. Like, that would be it. That'd be the end of that. Sorry, I would have had to shut up. I would have had to pull the plug, dude. Partner Plus kind of like DoorDash. Partner Plus is a 70-30 split, but you have to have a certain amount of subscribers to do it. And I qualified for it basically right out of the gates. Partner Plus being a 70-30 split basically gave me a 20% raise. Now, if I got a 20% raise, my revenue went down by 50%, right? So it was enough to offset it, enough to keep us going. It gave us enough runway until I could get YouTube up and running and get NSF really working well. And yeah, dude, it was close. It was close. Another couple months of that, I would have had to been like, sorry, guys. Again, thank you for showing us games and teaching us cool stuff. $20 super chat. Thanks, man. You've been my favorite streamer this last year, and if we ever meet up, I'm totally buying you a beer. And maybe nerd out about airplanes. Bro, dude, I'll buy you beer. I don't care about that. Do you think when KSA goes to alpha, you will play it and help the streaming numbers? Yes, Ari, absolutely. How much did joining NSF help your personal channels? Big time. There's a lot of NSF crew here that watches. Have you thought of adding kick to your simulcast? No. No, I haven't. Is that bad? Bro is city maxing. What's up, man? I came from NSF State for the Rockets and the Coronet. Right on, man. But yeah, sorry guys. I usually don't like talking about income unless it comes up. But yeah, Flykin, dude, I almost had to stop. It was close. Like, dude, I was so damn stressed out from the day-to-day from streaming in like early 2024. I was so damn stressed, I just buried myself in workers and resources and kind of just put on a happy face for you guys. Do I think City Skylines 2 can be saved in the future? Well, Colossal really put themselves in a really bad spot. You know what would really help City Skylines 2? Getting rid of whatever that stupid mod, the way to like make mods for Cities 2. Getting rid of that and just putting City Skylines 2 mods for PC on Steam Workshop. That would fix it. I would play it because the modding community could fix what Colossal Order screwed up in probably about a week, maybe. It's cold here. You could freeze the retreads of an 81 Honda. Hey, Rig, what's going on, man? I've been dealing with some things. I haven't forgotten you, man. I bet get back to the usual jocularity and superosity soon. Hey, you do what you gotta do, man. Yeah, it's probably cold down there. Rig, it got to like 40 C up here 2 or 3 weeks ago. 40 C at 70% humidity. It was not good. It was not cool, man. That was not fun. I was like, you know, like on stream, dude, it was sweating my balls off. Yeah, I think that was the kiss of death for Cities 2 for me. Like, there's no way. There's no Steam Workshop. Like Cities 1. Right now, guys, if I wanted a certain type of train station, I could go right here, right? We could go right there. We could go right into the Steam Workshop. Where would the Steam Workshop be? Steam Workshop. You go right into the Steam Workshop. Look, train station. And you could find the train station of your needs right here. Any type of train station you want from any part of the world. Done. You want a European style one? There you go. Done. See? Oh, Rick, it cured you like a Black Forest ham, dude. But yeah. Guys, I ain't telling you guys this as a sob story. I'm doing just fine right now. If you really want to know what my internal goals are for the stream, I want to get back to scratch. Kerbal 1 and Cities 1, for some reason, maybe took a certain amount of time for me to want to play them again, but I want to play them again, so we're going to. So we got Kerbal 1, Cities, My Summer Car. Kerbal 1, Cities 1, My Summer Car. Working on my actual car, which, you know, we got Summer Car special tomorrow. Grand Central is in there, Jojo, sure. We got racing. My internal goal is I'm in a good spot I've stabilized everything. We've stabilized. I've relatively stabilized my income. Where I want to go from here, and it's good that we got Kerbal MSC and Cities back up and running. Where I want to go from here is my goal, and this is a tough one, is try to build the stream back up to where it was pre-pandemic. I don't want to be at the top of that income arch, but I'm shooting for right before the pandemic shot up. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I've been trying to do. And I had to walk back into it. It was tough. But Fortunately, I got over not wanting to play KSP, so it's gonna be a lot easier now. Yeah, Ari, it sucked. It wasn't fun, man. This winter has to be my winter car early access, right? I hope so, Egg. So, workers later this week or next? I don't know. So that's been my goal. We need an Eastern Bloc cities run. That's been my goal, dudes. I'm trying to get you guys the content. I'm trying to get the content back circa, like the style of content I was doing circa 2019. I'm trying to get back to that point. I've been picking up the pieces for a long time. Years now. But don't worry, my plans are measured in centuries. Yes, what was your last? Modded KSP 1 is an infinite depth of content. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not worried about that. It was more me wanting to play this stupid thing. I just didn't want to touch Kerbal. I didn't want anything to do with Kerbal. Even 2 or 3 months ago, I was like, I don't want anything to do. Oh, nice, Sneaky. Cool. And Zucado, 22-month resub. For what it's worth, you are the content. Yeah, for sure. But playing certain games brings out the best in me. You know what I mean? Read the rest. Bro, there's like 4 other freaking paragraphs that I have to read. Piss off! It's so mature and the mods are getting really incredible. It's everything you could want out of KSP2 and more. The modding community is a little more alive than ever and carrying on the game the way to be way better than KSP2 ever could be. Yes, precisely. So yeah, once again, fellas, I ain't no sob story. I'm gonna earn my way back. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. I will. And with Partner Plus, hopefully, you know, this whole thing through 2023, 2024, 2025 was just small blip. You know, we'll do it. I'm determined. As long as I can put food on the table, I'm good to go. Everyone damn glad to see KSP content again. Well, thanks, man. I'm glad you guys like it. I really do. I'm just happy I could play it again, man. Like, couldn't do it, dude. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. Like, that's how much those games, that's how much Kerbal 2 sucked. That's how much it sucked. It sucked enough, like, where I just didn't even want to play 1. And, you know, like, that wasn't just me, Nader. That happened to a lot of people. I didn't want to play Kerbal at all because the second game just completely killed the franchise. Like, it's crazy. T-minus 5 minutes if you want to do ads beforehand. Oh. Yep, we got a Starlink. That's right. But I'm just, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy where we are right now. It's been tough, dude, but we're coming back. I'll bring it back. I'll get us there. Don't worry. I won't fail. I'm confident because this is something I'm pretty good at and I have a lot of experience growing a stream. I've done it before. Yeah, Grim. Let it go. I let it go. And I lost money on that deal. Let it go, dude. Run ads. My butt can't afford you otherwise. Okay, so in the middle of the city stream, I know I got to work on building this stupid freaking road that I'm actually trying to engineer. I am going to just double box a Starlink launch here. SpaceX Starlink. Launching out of Vandenberg. Oh. That. Yep, that's that's a Vandenberg launch. So this is the SpaceX's Pacific launch area. It's 7 o'clock over on the west coast right there. And Vandenberg is right by the ocean, and on the west coast, and you have the marine layer here. It's just really foggy. Somewhere in there, there's a rocket. I swear. Somewhere in there. Yeah, we'll just... I'll double box this thing. There we go. So there's the launch up there. We're inside of 90 seconds here. Hang on. Let me just move this over here so we can mix the sound. Turn that down. Are you gonna watch the Project Kuiper mission? Yeah. T-minus 1 minute. Falcon 9 should be in start.
Is in startup.
I told you. All right. So we're gonna double box here.
LD is go for launch.
Launch director reports go on Falcon 9 mission. Yeah, I know, Brandon. It's ridiculous. Can you box the other way? Yeah, sure. There you go.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Yep, we got a Starlink launch here. So
10,
somewhere in there,
9,
you'll see the rocket
7,
happen.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. And liftoff of Falcon 9. Go SpaceX, go Starlink.
Okay. So the booster flying today for first mission of the night is 1093 on its fourth flight. This is the 15-2.
Propulsion is nominal.
15-2 mission here. 89th mission to 2029. 529th mission total for SpaceX. 504th Falcon 9 launch. Gang, we're on 1093. What? 1098 rolled out of Hawthorne yesterday, Spoon. 1098.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Yeah, so you popped out of the fog. There, you'll be all right.
Supersonic.
Be all right if you reach the fog. Reach the fog. Bum, 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 ba-da-dun, dun, 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 dun. You know what? I don't like this. I don't like how high this maximum dynamic pressure. There we go. Should get a call for supersonic here in a moment. What will we call the one after that? Probably 1100.
Impact 2.
Second stage engine thermal conditioning here. See, it's just foggy over that part of California, but you can definitely see the mountains, and it's kind of going towards the LA Basin over here. LA Basin should be on the top right.
Is following a nominal trajectory.
Good call on the trajectory. That's a shot looking up at the second stage.
Main engine cutoff.
Here you go.
Stage separation confirmed.
Upper stage ignition.
Back ignition.
Textbook as usual for Falcon 9. Little bit of a yaw rate on the second stage during staging there, but that's okay. It's more than corrected. Stand by for fairing separation.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Yeah, right. Nice. Billy Bison. All right.
RC, rock.
What was that? I heard a call for RC Rock. So RC is range coordinator, and Rock is ROC. That's Range Operations Command. Those are the guys that are on that. They're basically the air traffic control for the launch site. So space traffic control, I guess, would be like a plain analogy for it. We heard RC hailing the Range Operations Center there on the loop, and then he shut the loop off. I don't know if you guys heard that. RC, rock. That's not normal. But, yeah, he noticed whatever that was. Is there space traffic at a spaceport? Sure. Got to make sure no satellites are crossing the path or anything, Sig. Sure, absolutely. That's what the range does. Coming up on my favorite part here. That could have just been nominal chatter. The guy just could have done it on the big loop by accident. On the main loop that we hear. He definitely noticed. He went, RC, right, okay.
Stage 1 FDS is saved.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
There we go. Supersonic retro propulsion. Best part.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
There it is. Falcon 9 firing its engines to slow itself down and also protecting it from reentry heating.
Both vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectories.
It uses its engines to push the reentry heating away. Best part. Best part of the whole thing. Will us Mississippi folk ever see a Falcon 9 launch? Yeah, if you drive to Florida. I know that's not what you're asking, but that's what I'm telling.
Stage 2 FDS is safe.
Almost to orbit. Magic number we're looking for is 27,300. But this is Vandenberg, so it might be north of 27,000. How to prevent heat, fire. First stage coming down. Cloud cover's really low out on the west coast today. 4 kilometers off the deck on the first stage. Under you're in the transonic regime.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Landing burn, single engine
Stage 2
ignition.
and terminal guidance.
Punching through the clouds, the drone ship should be on the left-hand side. There it is.
Landing leg deploy.
Got a good call on leg deploy. And 1094 completes its 4th flight.
Stage
There
1
it
landing
is,
burn.
baby. Should be getting up to second stage engine cutoff here momentarily.
Back shutdown.
What happened to the Halo ship build? I put that project on hold for now. 27773 at 138. That's normal.
Nominal park orbit insertion.
Nominal park orbit insertion. Another successful mission for SpaceX there. There we go. Cool. Look at that shot, man. They're not cutting the stream? Hello? Second stage will re-enter, Gorg. Yep. Right, Arab? It's pretty awesome, dude. Dude, new banger from SpaceX. Listen to that. I like it. No, Test Shot doesn't get DMCA. Dude, that music was sick, though. I think that was Test Shot. Either way, there you go, dudes. Pretty good, right? Used to live in Oceanside. It's a beautiful part of the country, 389. Saw a couple launches from Vandenberg, and I went to see the maiden flight of Spaceship One. Nice, dude. Yeah, I have a buddy that lives down there. Not in Oceanside, a little ways south, but yeah, dude, it's a beautiful part of the country, man. A little expensive though, but really nice. You saw the maiden flight of Spaceship One though. That's super cool, dude. Ocean slime. Rip. What over here like this? What is the goal of this game and what are the challenges? It's a city building game. It's like SimCity. Build a bigger city and build a bigger, more successful city. That's pretty much it, dude. I'm fixing Jack's city, Andrew. This is Jack Byer over at NSF. This is his city. I'm fixing it. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to make a highway that connects in right here and goes down through here and can make it so people from over here can get on a highway and they can get over here. Eventually what we'll do, I haven't figured this part out yet, is I need a highway that really goes this way. Yeah, I haven't really figured that part out yet. But either way. Did you complete the Halo Halcyon class cruiser? No, I put that project on hold for the second time. Yeah, I put it on hold, dude. I just told you that. I gotta redo that. That's just voodoo. I don't know how I'm going to, but we will. That's what I'm talking about. It's just in the way, for sure. But the first thing we got to do that is bypass it. So that's what I'm trying to do over here. What I really need is some way to connect this. And this is why I think I'm going to change this for the third time. Okay, I'm going to do something a little bit weird, but remember, the game is paused, so... Yeah, that should be sufficient. Just, yeah, bear with me here. All right. Go. So if we go up to the bridge here and we select our slope tool, yeah, see that? I sloped the bridge so it matches the incline, and that's why I was using this slope tool through the water like that, so we can make sure we got the right height. This the new DLC for workers? Oh. Very funny. Very funny, 91. Thank you, radio. Take our Ramrod. You're Arcot Ramathorn. Ram. And I'm Rod Farva. Rod. Car Ramrod. Car Ramrod. Get it? They didn't say it! I forgot. They wrote it on the paper! Yeah. Make this look easy? It's just because I've done it a lot. Gonna dredge more and more out of this reservoir here. There we go. It's fine. It's fine. Did you know you can buy more dirt? Yeah, of course. Why buy the dirt when you can get the soil for free? Or something. I was trying to make a joke, but it ended up just... Why buy the cow when you can get the dirt for free? Am I right, or something? Very nice. Impressive. Very nice. Let's see Paul Allen's card. So Jack appears to have a narrow 4-lane. Oops. No. 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 Pause. There we go. Wide sidewalk. 4-laner. I'm gonna need flat ground for what we're about to do. There we go. I'm gonna make an interchange here. I mean, that's still not gonna really solve our problems completely, but it'll definitely help. How are you gonna connect it to the city? I was thinking of a diverging diamond right here. Or I could just make just an interchange. It's certainly be easier that way. We can make a diverging diamond. That would be kind of cool. A roundabout? What's the SPUI again? Super Poopy Utility Interchange or something? Super Poopy Utility. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I can make that. Yeah, we can make this. No problem. I'm thinking. Yeah, we can't have a median road if we're gonna do this, so it needs to be that. Just make the whole thing screwy. So if it's going to be a single point urban interchange, what we're going to need is something like this. We're going to need space on either side for the actual interchange. Here, this. Trim it on either side. There we go. Now let's do the easy part first, right? So uh-oh. You know, that should be enough. Okay. All right, so now what we got to do is over here with the smaller brush. We need as much right of way as we can on the sides for the ramps. You have one saved? Nah, no. I make my own interchanges, dude. I make my own free-range artisanal interchanges or something. Yeah, should be able to make that work. So what we'll do... Hello! Somebody gifted spoiled fruit a sub. Alright, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna need the slope tool. There we go. Didn't exactly like that, but there we go. This might be difficult making this connect correctly. I'll try. Yeah, that's what I thought. There we go. Elevating the road slightly off the deck is going to help us with the transition right there, because it looked awful otherwise, like just really bad. Now this, gonna have to come down a couple ticks back. And then this needs to be upgraded to a double lane road so the AI knows to change. Yeah, see, this is where Cities 2 road building has Cities 1 beat. Look. So fellas, take a look. If I go in here like this and we do that, look. The transition is fine right here, and then it goes like up. See that? It looks terrible. Unless we did something like that, but I'm not sure Cities is gonna understand that. That does look better though. I'm kind of wondering what it would do here. But yeah, that just this whole thing needs an approach that's 2 lanes wide. Like this, but it doesn't, yeah, the splines don't, it doesn't like that, see? We can get away with that, I suppose. Okay, so now what we're gonna need, I'm gonna need one of these nodes here from this road to be dead center. And another one's gonna need to be over here, and then another one's gonna need to be over here. Like that. All right, so the first one, single, so we got to do a single point, right? So okay, it hated that. And this is going to be a little bit difficult to engineer, but pretty sure we can get it. Oh, that looks god awful. I hate it. I don't like this at all. What's that, Mutter? Feel More Space posted something. Test Flight 1 update. We scrubbed our July 16th launch window, now targeting 27. Okay. Trumpet is really not what I want, dude. Good getting back to watching you again. Good night. All right, Carmen. See you, buddy. Eris just refuses to launch. It's their first time, dude. Gotta cut him some slack. The old diverging diamond. Diverging diamonds could work. I'm trying this SP UI or whatever. Gonna take some time to get this looking correct, but I do believe we can do it. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got one side of this at least. Chat believes in you. A divided highway is best. Agreed. Oh, we're gonna need to dredge more. There we go. Should give us enough soil for a little while. Let's get slopes for this side, dudes. Cool. Maybe some of the plants. Now we got to replace here. Okay, cool. Now, gotta make sure the slopes are right. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's fine. All right, cool. Now I just gotta make these. Thankfully, we have the anarchy tool to do it. That lets us kind of free place roads, and then we can kind of fiddle around with them and get them into the right positions. Well, I screwed that one up. I will fix that. I don't know how well that's gonna come up with that interchange, dudes. I don't think. That looks really good. Thanks, man. Yeah, I just need a little bit more finagling here and so the problem is that it's gonna cars can take a left-hand turn from there, and I don't want them to. But whatever. Yeah, see, it's picking up as a left-hand turn there. Use TMPE. I don't have TMPE installed. That might get this to jive correctly. It's possible. And SPUI doesn't work. SPUI doesn't work in CS1 without TMPE. Let's quick save. Let's quick save. I'll bet you I can figure it out. But it looks good. It came out good, right? That's okay. I can still craft, man. I'm still good at this. I can't believe this. I haven't... Guys, when was the last time I played Cities 1? I don't know. I can still craft, though. But then again, workers kind of kept us spry. You know, like, workers definitely helped get this. Like, that definitely helped. Actually, workers kind of has a little bit up on cities because you have the grade, you can measure grades. You have the terrain profile tool, and I mean, you could just mod that in cities, but I also like that you can look at the topography of your roads as you build them in workers. You can't do that in cities. I'm sure you can. I'm sure it's a mod or the functionality is there, and I just don't know. How's cities 2? Don't know. Don't care. It looks like this side ended up being a little bit longer than the other side, so. Oops. Yeah, the cells ended up just a smidge longer, but that's okay. Workers has free terraforming, though, which I didn't care for. Yeah. Hopefully the traffic understands the priorities here. I'll try to do it without TMP. We'll see what happens. When are you going to try out early start? I don't know. Let's quick save. Friday? Yesterday? Nice. Nice, guys. How are we gonna bypass this damn thing? I gotta get rid of this. But I don't get rid of interchanges just willy-nilly, dudes. What I do want to see is if anybody prioritizes that road to go anywhere. No one. Oh no. It's still reading that as the quickest way, huh? Oh, somebody did. Go. Oh, goodness. I got a little worried there for a second. Yep, more cars are prioritizing it. That should help alleviate some traffic. And it looks like they prioritized this correctly. Watch channel October 3rd, 2023. Looks like I played it heading up to City Skyline to 2. Yeah. That's what that sounds like. I just wanted to see what that would do. We don't need to do that. Are you staying up for the 218 launch? I kind of want to, dude, but I'm also getting kind of tired. Shot Dragon re-enter last night, Jam? Hell yeah. I am getting kind of tired, man. I'm kind of goosed. And we got to work on the car tomorrow. The road builder in Cities 2 is the best road builder ever. And the traffic simulation in Cities 2 is the best traffic simulation ever. Period. Full stop. Amazing. If I could take Cities 2 road building and Cities 2 traffic and put them in Cities 1, it would be the best game of all time. That would put workers to shame. I would play the snot out of that. Lit up the sky pretty good coming in at Mach Jesus. Nice. That's good to hear, Jan. Save it for the car, do good welds. Alright, guys. Yeah. We watched one rocket launch. Do you guys mind if we just cover Project Kuiper for Space News tomorrow? Do you guys mind if we do that? Sorry, I am a little bit tired. Titan freaking woke me up at 5 in the morning. I just don't like saying I'm going to do stuff and then not do it. That's a huge pet peeve of mine. But I am kind of goose in it. I just want to make sure we do those parts that we make for the car tomorrow are good. Don't have to miss it if it scrubs. What's up, Pythos? We were preaching about good sleep habits earlier. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Getting yourself moved to Ohio. Tired car stream followed by MSC would be bad. It just really is kind of ridiculous to me that we're...
this is space. I'm in space.
Wisp gifted us up to fight those. There you go. It's ridiculous to me that I'm like, oh, I got to stream tomorrow. This rocket launch is too late. Like, it's like, oh my goodness, okay. Go drool into your pillow for a while. Okay. All right. I'm going to go eat and I'm going to go get some sleep, dudes. Thank you very much for watching. I love that you guys enjoy cities. And we're making some pretty good stuff in Kerbal. Like, yeah, it's what I was talking to you guys about a little bit before. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to that point. If you weren't here for that conversation, I want to get back. Now it's time to build the stream. So that's what I'm going to try to do. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Sorry I'm not staying up to Kuiper. Yeah. I'll tell you what, if I'm still awake at 2:30, I'll come back up here and flip the stream on. Okay. So if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow, noontime. We got the summer car special tomorrow, where I work on my 1969 Dodge Coronet in the garage. Then we'll do Space News, if there is any. If there's not, we'll go right to summer car with part 3 of attempt 3 for our summer car 2025 playthrough. That's all coming tomorrow. So real life wrenching, car wrenching, space news should be good. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good night. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you. I got you started on a new MSC save as well, Sears. Oh boy. All right. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you later. Thank you.